You are watching Strip Down, Saskatchewan's only 1 hour local music showcase, the award-winning show that brings the venue to you in the comfort of your own living room. I am your host, Curtis Anderson. Got a big treat for you tonight on Strip Down, all the way from British Columbia. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Folk Thief.
So pack of lies, blindfold tied over my eyes. Brain is washed so I won't think, but from this punch bowl I won't drink. Darkness set me free. Fill these lungs so I might breathe. Take the burning in my tongue. For every word that I've done wrong. Pay for all my sin. Still nobody let me in. I bled for everything I could. But maybe I misunderstood.
You're watching Strip Down. Tonight in the Shaw TV studio, we have Folk Thief, and alongside Folk Thief, you may have noticed another gentleman kind of nodding along to the music but wasn't actually playing, and that is also from BC, my boy Rascal. Welcome to Strip Down, you guys. You're both on tour together.
Yes.
But you're not actually a duo. That kind of threw me for a loop right at the last minute. Right before we started, and I had to do my intro. I was like, do I introduce one or introduce both? So I thought maybe before your first song, we'll reset and I'll give you another intro like off the top. But welcome to Saskatchewan.
Thank you.
How far are you guys along the tour? You're going from BC to Newfoundland, is that?
Yeah, we're on the way home now.
Okay.
We have 4 more days left in the tour, so we're really happy to be here.
Yeah. How long has the tour been going on?
August 20th?
Yeah, so it's
Holy.
coming up on 2 months here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And again, before the show starts recording, I try not to ask too many questions so it doesn't sound rehearsed. But I was really excited to hear that you wanted to play the show because your last sweep through Saskatchewan, you actually caught an episode.
Yeah, man.
Tell that story. That was a pretty good pat on the back.
We were staying in this hotel, and you know, a lot of the time on touring, you think you're gonna get a lot done, but all you end up doing is switching channels.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching TV in the hotel and saw this show, and I stopped because I was like, hey, there's live music on television. Oh my God. And then I realized that it was actually in Saskatoon that the show was happening. So then I had to track you down.
Track me down, you did. And your people got a hold of my people. And yeah, it's a rare afternoon shoot. Again, this is behind the scenes stuff that nobody watching the show would ever know, but we always record it during the night. But because you guys are playing tonight, but by the time this airs, you'll be gone. But yeah, we pulled in some of Shaw's own people to crew the show. So right off the top, big shout out to Brian Kravats and Eric Steiner and Matthew Prefontaine and Ian Puzlowski, along with our regular director Jay Neufeld and our regular audio guy Sal Accardo. It's an all Shaw staffed
Nice.
strip down this afternoon. And again, I
Thanks,
apologize.
guys.
I apologize if you hear people milling about just outside the studio. They're usually gone by the time we tape. But you said that's preferable to a cappuccino machine. That's what you're used to. That's your
we're used
distraction?
to people like making smoothies and cappuccinos and stuff while we're playing. So, somebody walking by or a little bit of muffled talking in the background is nothing.
Nice. Let's meet my boy Rascal. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having us here. Yeah.
What's I don't want to use the relationship, but what's it like touring with two solo acts instead of like a duo?
It works out well. A lot of the times, if you're playing a show and you just show up, you don't know who's you're going to be playing with. So it's nice to have someone that you played with before and you can rely on, and someone that you have a good working relationship with.
So is this a standard setup? Do you guys take the stage together and alternate like we're doing now? Because you do one song together, correct?
Yeah, we usually decide who's feeling like they need the song in their set that night.
Oh, okay. So you kind of flip a coin to see who opens
Yeah,
for
we
who.
just. Well, it's usually Colby starts off and then I play
Okay.
last, but we do a song together, and we kind of flip a coin to decide whose set that song's going to be in or where to put it in the evening. And lately we found it's good to put it earlier in the evening, I guess. We find that it works just to kind of, it's a more energetic song and it's different than the stuff that we've written, so we find that throwing it in earlier in the evening kind of keeps people interested and reminds them that I'm coming up so they don't leave.
Nice. We have a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about both discs, talk about the tour, talk about heading home, a little background on you guys. But again, since you're from all the way from BC, I want to make sure we get all 8 songs in tonight.
Cool.
So how are we going to do this? You kicked off the episode. Are we going to go back and forth, or do you want to do another one, then take a commercial break, and we'll come back with my boy Rascal? It's your 60 minutes, you guys.
Let's go back and forth.
Yeah?
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good to me.
All right. Should we center up the intro again? You're watching Strip Down, Saskatchewan's only 1-hour local music showcase, the award-winning show that brings the venue to you in the comfort of your own living room. Tonight on Strip Down, my boy Rascal.
Room's so empty now that you're gone, and I'm finding it hard to move on. But I know, as hard as it seems right now, I think we'll be okay. And now it seems as though we were never here, and all I'm left with is these few tears. But I know, as hard as it seems right now, I think we'll be okay. But I know that my troubles are so small compared with the world. And I know there is no use crying over a girl. Hope we'll be okay. Hope we'll be okay. I find new distractions every day, but ephemeral cares can't keep this pain away. But I know, as hard as it seems right now, I think we'll be okay. Everywhere I look, there's someone new. And look again, now every face is you. But I know, as hard as it seems right now, I think we'll be okay. But I know that my troubles are so small compared with the world. And I know there is no use crying over a girl. But night after night, I find myself lying here awake in the dark. I don't think that I could take much more of this constant tearing at my heart. I hope we'll be okay. Hope we'll be okay. But I know that my troubles are so small compared with the world. And I know there is no use crying over a girl. But night after night, I find myself lying here awake in the dark. The dark, the dark, the dark. I don't think that I could take much more of this constant being apart. I hope we'll be okay. Hope we'll be okay. Hope we'll be okay. I hope we'll be okay.
You're watching Strip Down. That was My Boy Rascal. We're one song deep each. How are you guys feeling?
Good.
Feeling
Yeah?
good. Yeah.
Feel all warmed up, ready to do this?
Yeah, man.
We got lots more with this incredible artist all the way from British Columbia, but we have to gear up for our first commercial break. Stick around. We have lots more Strip Down coming up right after this.
Never gets nothing done. If I had some money, I'd be on the run. But all the money I had is gone.
Mr. Sicily Pizza and Pasta is proud to sponsor community programming on Shaw TV. Mr. Sicily, located at the corner of 51st and Miller in the north end of Saskatoon. 975-0345.
The following sponsors are proud to support local community programming on Shaw. Long and McQuaid, 721 43rd Street East, Saskatoon, 244-0509, or online at long-mcquaid.com. Ultimo Euromoto. (204 3rd Avenue South in downtown Saskatoon), 664-6640.
Welcome back to Strip Down. Tonight we have Folk Thief and My Boy Rascal here in the Shaw TV studio, driving all the way from British Columbia, from Vancouver, correct?
Yes.
Well, it wasn't just to do the show. It's part of it. Extensive, 2 months?
Yeah, it's a 2-month cross-country tour.
How has that been?
It's been amazing, actually. Yeah, it's been really fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we went all the way to St. John's, Newfoundland. We cheated. We parked in Halifax and flew
Oh, okay.
to St. John's.
Why St. John's is the turnaround point?
Because it was the furthest point east that we could get in Canada.
Okay.
And I made the mistake of actually saying that I was going to go as far as St. John's, Newfoundland on a radio show.
Ah, yes.
And so then I felt like I was kind of held to it. But I'm really glad I went because it was one of the highlights of the tour. It was a really cool place, and it's a really unique place in Canada. So,
Well, you can say what you want, ever you want on this show. We won't hold you to it. Don't worry about that. So make up lies if you want. It's
Well,
a different environment.
if you ask me about where I don't like in Canada, I don't know. It's not there.
Highs and lows of the tour.
Highs and lows
Again,
of the
your guys
tour.
are kind of wrapping up here. You're heading back. That's got to be exciting.
Yeah, it's. I think it's funny because we have more energy again.
Yeah.
Like it's like shows are, you kind of get your second wind because as soon as once you escape the gravitational pull of Ontario and get through Manitoba and hit Saskatchewan, it feels like you're going downhill and you just got,
Coasting.
you're coasting. Yeah, exactly. So we're excited.
I'm trying to wrap my head around two solo artists touring together. I know it's not that uncommon, but is it easier or harder than touring with like a band? Any background on that? Seems like you guys would probably leave each other alone a little bit more. Maybe the relationship's a little better than touring with a band. Two solo artists. Thoughts on that discussion?
I imagine that it's easier than touring
Yeah.
with a band. I've never been on tour with a band, but I think it works well this way.
Yeah, because we don't have to deal with a drummer self-destructing halfway across the country.
That's a common thing.
Yeah, apparently. No, I think it's been pretty cool because we don't have to, like, if I mess up, he's not upset at me that I messed up his set, and
Yeah.
he's not, and vice versa, you know?
Probably
So-
excited when the other person messes up.
Yeah,
Like, all right, I
there's a
sounded
little
better
bit
that
of
night.
friendly competition there, but it's like you can be a lot more supportive, I think, in a way that's removed from it actually having too much of an effect on your set that night. Because like you said, if he messes up, I just look that much better.
I was going to ask if the competition's friendly. I guess it would be.
Yeah, it is, and I would imagine that it would depend on who you're touring with.
Yeah.
Like, because, like, you know, like, he hasn't been, like, you know, fraying my patch cords or
Sabotaging.
Yeah.
sabotaging it, like, in here with a file so that my strings break in the middle of my set or something.
Well, there's still 4 days left. So
4 days, that's it.
maybe I'm saving. I think four shows.
Four
I think
shows.
this
That's
is,
true, actually. That would be the
yeah.
smart move, saving it up.
Saving it
So
up.
I have less time to retaliate.
Yeah.
Just when you're pulling into Vancouver. You don't want to be the one driving. All right, we're still alternating back and forth. Is that going to work for you guys tonight?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
I want to talk about how you guys know each other when you got started and the albums, but let's get to another song first. So it's back to Folk Thief.
Yeah.
All right, what's up next?
Cool. This is a song called A Light for Liberty. It's off my record, Love, Heartache, and Oblivion, that you have right there.
I'll hold it up later. Take it away.
I see 'em wandering in the cold, forgotten, lost, and lonely souls, broken by the weight of their delusion. A nip and tuck to be the best, a chin, a nose, and a bigger chest, 'cause they haven't invented an implant for the soul yet. Well, everybody wanna be the first in line. You gotta get it while the getting's good, and I got mine. Living isn't living if you're killing time, it's dying. The seed is sown, the die is cast, the future married to the past. The present slipped away while she was sleeping. The pack have gathered for a feast. They kick and bite to slay the beast. Their poison tongues are swollen, cracked, and bleeding. Well, everybody wanna be the first in line. You gotta get it while the getting's good, and I got mine. Living isn't living if you're killing time, it's dying. Smoke 'em if you got 'em goes a battle cry. You gotta show 'em what you're made of, baby, don't be shy. Killing isn't killing with a flag held high, it's destiny. A light she cried, I lost my way. Take me back to better days, and don't use my body to fuel the flames of a bonfire down below. A light she cried, I lost my way. Take me back to better days. They're gonna use my body to fuel the flames of a bonfire down below. A new soul born, another lost. Tell me what will be the cost when all the sheep are wolves and they start feeding. A sea of blood, no hand is clean. Whatever happened to the dream? If this is it, I hope I wake up screaming. Like she cried, I lost my way. Take me back to better days, and don't use my body to fuel the flames of a bonfire down below. A light she cried, I lost my way. Take me back to better days. They're gonna use my body to fuel the flames of a bonfire down below. Settle up before you go.
That was Folk Thief with A Light to Liberty, correct?
Light for Liberty.
Light for Liberty, sorry. It's hard to
No
read
problem.
in the dark here. Has that song got radio play?
A little bit.
Yeah, I think I've heard that. It's pretty
Really?
good, yeah.
Yeah, I think I've gotten some play across the country.
Yeah, definitely. There's the album. We're looking at it right now. Explain the album.
I don't want to shoot myself in the foot by naming the name of the radio station here wrong either. So
Okay.
thanks for segueing out of that one.
Absolutely. That's what I do.
Explain the album.
Yes.
My friend
Take me
Kelly
through it,
Hay
putting it together.
putting it together, like
Everything.
the whole
The
process.
whole process.
Oh my God, that's such a hard question.
Maybe the Coles notes of it, though.
Well, I guess right from the beginning, I decided that I wanted something that I could tour by myself.
Okay.
Because touring's expensive. It's hard to keep a band together. It's hard to convince 5 guys to quit their jobs and drive around and get into debt. And, So I started playing songs on my acoustic guitar and figuring out where I wanted to go with it. And then it just kind of became a process of exploration, I guess. I was sleeping on a friend's couch, and he'd go to work, and I'd break out the microphones and demo the songs during the daytime, and then it ended up becoming that record. I got my friend Kelly to shoot the cover photo for me, and then the inside photos are actually pictures of the guitar that I used on the record that I took.
Oh, nice.
But that guitar doesn't tour with me. This is my tour guitar.
Right. You happy with it, how it all turned out?
I'm actually really happy with how it all turned out. I ended up co-producing it with a guy named Mike Cashin that I met at the Warehouse Studios in Vancouver. And then we ended up leaving the Warehouse environment and recording it in a person's unfinished home theater in Coquitlam. And then all the vocal tracks were done in Mike's closet in his bedroom at home. So
It was a beautiful story. That's why it was such an open-ended question. See? You didn't have the opportunity to answer yes or no. You just took it to amazing places. That was good. Let's switch over to My Boy Rascal. Let's hear a song from you, and then we'll discuss your album, okay?
All right.
What's next for you?
This one's called If I Could Break These Walls.
Time will go and tear us from the ground. Like my mother's voice to bring me down. If I can break these walls and see the truth, spend just one day with a different view. Maybe with some time could find my way. If I can break these walls, maybe I find you. And time will call and take away the sound. Like my father's touch to bring me round. If I can break these walls and see the truth, spend just one day with a different view. find my way. If I can break these walls, maybe I'll find you. A broken heart, a long lost friend, these things we hold until the end. Give me the strength to find my way, the strength to start a brand new day.
That was My Boy Rascal, and I'm guessing there's a story behind the cover art of your disc, my friend. That's a little more confusing than the last one.
Yeah, it's a little confusing. Yeah, I had this phrase, the study of animal magicality, kind of in my head for so long now that I don't even really remember where it first came from. And I'd want to make an album for a long time, and it was just kind of natural that it was going to be called The Study of Animal Magicality. So I had the concept in my mind for the cover art, a bunch of magical little woodland creatures around this little fire, and so I spoke with an artist friend of mine who I worked with down in North Carolina, and so she did the illustration.
It looks amazing. What are people's reactions to that? It's so out there.
I think the one thing people always mention is the band, or the sheep playing the banjo.
I don't know if we can even get in that close.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But
Something menacing about it.
Yeah, it does. It is almost menacing.
my favorite is the imp behind the fire. That I don't think if you don't really look very closely, you might not even notice it there. But you can see the blue eyes.
Haunting was a good word for this.
Yeah.
But yeah, feedback for the album's been fantastic so far. What are people saying about it?
It's got a good response so far. I think one of the things that's interesting about it is that I've had good response from people of all age groups.
Okay.
I have a little younger sister. She's 15 now, and her friends really like it. And then, my grandpa, he's always buying them from me to give them away to his friends, and they all seem to enjoy it. So I think has a wide appeal, and
Well, you guys are both sounding great. We have to gear up for our second commercial break, but stay tuned because we have lots more from My Boy Rascal and Folk Thief. I'm trying not to get you mixed up tonight. All the way from Vancouver, and I want to finally ask a musician from Vancouver my Vancouver question. It's been 131 episodes, and I've never been able to ask someone this question. So after the commercial break, I'm going to finally ask you guys that question. Stick around. We got lots more Stripped Down coming up right after this.
That underneath it all these questions, yeah, they're wrong. All these memories are fake. All the time it took to tame you. So what's it gonna take to get you off my mind?
Do you know how many people get their water from underground? Water can come from the surface or underground. Groundwater is found in the layers of soil and rock beneath our feet in saturated areas called aquifers. This water source is collected in wells and supplies about half of North America's drinking water. The problem is, the quality and safety of this underground water is directly affected by what we do on the land above it. What can you do to keep your drinking water safe? Groundwater starts on the surface. So whatever you put on your lawn that the plants don't use can seep into the groundwater. This includes excess chemicals and fertilizers, and even oil spills, so be sure to dispose of them properly. It's our turn to take care of this planet, and I think we can do a better job. What do you think? For more information on how you can be more water aware, visit waterunderfire.ca.
Mr. Sicily Pizza and Pasta is proud to sponsor community programming on Shaw TV. Mr. Sicily, located at the corner of 51st and Miller in the north end of Saskatoon. 975-0345. And we're back. You're watching Strip Down with Folk Thief and my boy Rascal, all the way from Vancouver. Wrapping up a huge 2-month tour. You're on your last leg back. You guys ready for it? Ready for my Vancouver question I teased before the commercial break?
I'm a little nervous.
No, don't be nervous. What's it like being a musician in Vancouver, knowing pretty much every other city and center in Canada moves to Vancouver to be a musician? Like, is it harder? How, like, everybody I know that wants to play music at a super high level, most people I know in Saskatoon, they've all moved to Vancouver. So
No,
how
you should
annoying
move
is
to
it that there's
Toronto.
just an influx of talent? Like, does it make it impossible for people actually living in Vancouver?
No, I don't think so. I think it's cool. Like,
Yeah?
I don't think anybody could get upset that too many people creatively are coming somewhere. Maybe it makes it a little bit more competitive, but I think that's a good thing.
Okay.
Because if the situation gets to be that there's too many people that want to do it or that are vying for that position, then it just pushes you to be that much better. So I wouldn't see it as a problem. That being said, if you're a musician, I think you should move to Toronto.
Yeah. Is that where do people in Vancouver move to when they want to take it to the next level? Or is it just like in the backyard in Vancouver? You don't have to. That doesn't even cross your mind.
I would think that everybody, like, I guess there's kind of two big cities that you want to move to in Canada if you're a musician, is to be in Vancouver or to be in Toronto. Actually, a lot of
Montreal,
musicians
yeah.
are in Montreal.
Yeah. Guess that's the third
Montreal's got a good scene.
Cost of living is
Cost of
cheaper.
living's cheaper.
Yeah.
When I started on Shaw Arts and Entertainment, the daily 5-minute interview segment I do outside of Strip Down, started in 2006, and there was a brand new band starting out in Saskatoon called One Bad Son, and right from day one they were like, here's our 5-year, 4-year plan to get to Vancouver, and that's exactly what they did, and they're out there playing now. So yeah, I was just wondering what people in Vancouver do.
It's funny because I worked at a place with a guy that was in a band that they moved here from Moose Jaw, I think.
Oh, to Saskatoon or to?
No, they moved to Vancouver from Moose Jaw.
Yeah, it's common.
Yeah, we don't mind. We like
Just
people
take
from
'em all?
Saskatchewan and Vancouver. We're fine with that.
Okay.
I'm not. I guess I just spoke for the whole city, but
You could do that. Just don't say you didn't like the rain, right? We love the rain in Vancouver. Yeah, it's such a weird vibe right now too, because again, we're taping in the middle of the afternoon, breaking the fourth wall down here on Shaw TV. Yeah, usually I'm about 17 coffees deep, and we're doing this about 7 o'clock at night, but it's in the middle of the afternoon because you guys are playing tonight at the Free House, which again is going to be long past by the time this airs. But favorite coffee places you've been playing on the tour? Like, what are some standouts before we get to the next song? Some highlights of the tour. Where were the places where you got in the car after and were like, oh, that was awesome?
you know what was really fun? There was a place called Octopus's Garden in a little tiny town in Alma, New Brunswick.
Okay.
That was really cool. And they had like a little music room with a stage, and the food was great, and they fed us and they put us up for the night.
Nice.
And the
Can't beat
weirdest
that.
part is, do you want to tell the rest of the story?
Yeah, well, it was actually, so it turned out to be one of our best shows, but it was actually probably the smallest town that we played in. I think it was about a town of 300 people, and not only was it one of our best shows just in terms of people coming out, but I think we had about 4 different countries represented there.
Really?
Yeah.
Had
So
a couple on their honeymoon from Italy, and 2 girls from France who actually ended up showing up at one of our shows in Montreal.
Yeah, they brought friends to the show in Montreal.
Yeah.
And we
Can't
ran
beat
into the
that.
people in Italy on the street in
Yeah.
St. John, New Brunswick, when we were playing at this record store, and they'd been listening to our record the drive down, so they wanted more records to bring back to friends for
Yeah.
gifts. So that was cool.
Nice. I'm glad it's been working out for you.
Yeah.
4 shows left. That's got to be exciting too. But we'll,
Yeah.
we'll talk about wrapping up the tour. Who's going to play next after this song?
Colby's going to play.
We're switching back.
Because I can't get my guitar into tune.
Okay, so people in the control room, we're back to My Boy Rascal for this next one. What is this next one?
It's a song from the album, The Study of Animal Magicality, and this is the second one from the album. It's called Hold Your Hand. So,
Take it away.
All right.
You find yourself alone, as you often do when you are searching through your head. You're trying to find the truth, but it eludes you. Slips right through your hands and knees, you floating, floating closer to the land. You raise your head, your vision's blurred. You hearing sounds you never heard. You never heard. And you're sitting on a rooftop, the bottle in your hand, and it seems the only one who understands you. But a bottle can be broken, after all it's just compact sand. And if you need someone to listen, I can hold your hand. Hold your hand. But your mind has been turned inwards, and your heart has been locked away. But I come to tear away the curtain. Drapes that shroud your existence, tear them away. Tear them away. Hide your face away, sinking deeper every day beneath the mask that you have made. You're trying to find a way to make it through this, slowly losing grip, and if you don't be careful, you are going to slip. You raise your head, your vision's blurred, hearing the sounds you never heard. Sitting on a rooftop, the bottle in your hand, and it seems the only one who understands you. But the bottle can be broken in fragments, washed up on the sand. And if you need someone to listen, I can hold your hand. But your mind has been turned inwards, and your heart has been locked away. But I come to tear away the curtain, drapes that shroud your existence, tear them away. Tear them away.
watching Strip Down. That was my boy Rascal. That was beautiful, my friend.
Thank
It's
you.
really well
Thank you,
done.
man.
I was talking to Folk Thief before we started rolling tonight, and he said back in the day when he saw the show from the hotel, the
Yeah.
last tour, said what he noticed about Strip Down compared to other music shows is there's lots of actual shots of the hands playing the guitar. And you're perfect for this show because you're known for your, quote, finger stylings. I didn't know that was a word. I kind of chuckled the first time I read it, but it was kind of like the sound hole. What else would you call it? The first time people started saying, like, we're going to mic the sound hole, director Jay Neufeld and I kind of chuckled, but what else do you call it? So what else do you call it other than finger stylings? Explain your finger stylings. It's unique.
Yeah, I guess I was influenced a lot by other finger-picking artists like Iron and Wine and Damien Rice when I was starting to learn how to play the acoustic guitar. So just started learning some of their songs and picked up some of the patterns they used. And then just kind of through trying out different things on my own, that's how some of my songs came about indirectly from learning some of these other songs by other artists that have a similar style.
Nice. Well, that was amazing. Are we okay to throw it back over to Folk Thief? Are you good? You had a little bit of some issues there before. Yeah?
Should be okay. Does that sound all right to you? I have a bit of a cold today, so my ears are kind of plugged, and this is driving me nuts trying to
Also,
tune my
you
guitar.
know, the fluctuating temperature in here, I'm sure, doesn't
Yeah,
help
it's-
things either with the old acoustic guitar.
It's a little wonky.
You turn the lights on and we jump 20 degrees.
Yeah.
Where do we go next? Before our last commercial break.
Hopefully this stays in tune. This is a song off the record that's called After the Accident.
Can't believe when you just turn and walk away. I never really thought that it would end with you this way, 'cause I was always there for you and you were always there for me. My best friend until the end, ain't that how it's supposed to be? Yeah. Now you're gonna keep your picture in the hall. And often when I look at you, I see a face that I don't know at all. I've never been to see your grave. I don't know if I can. And if you're watching from somewhere, I hope you understand now. I waste away my days. I would be leaving here someday. I'm on my knees, bleeding out my eyes. Sometimes the little things catch me by surprise. Wish I knew a way to fan the fire inside. The harder that I blow, it seems the faster that it dies. I don't know why I can't just do the things I'm told. I got an angel on my shoulder, but the devil owns my soul. Now I waste away my days. I would be leaving here someday. I'm on my knees, bleeding out my eyes. Sometimes the little things catch me by surprise.
Was Folk Thief. We are gearing up for our last commercial break. We're going to wrap things up after. We got 2 songs left, so what's going to go down? I heard rumors that you're going to do a screaming song, maybe? Is that
There
still?
might be one that gets a little louder.
And
This is a polarizing song.
and one that you guys play together? Is that
Yeah.
still, those are
You wanna
the
do that
final
one?
2 songs?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. We'll stick around. We wrap things up with Folk Thief and My Boy Rascal coming up right after this.
What are you doing? Hey, over there, Optimus Prime. What are you doing? Hey, over there, Optimus Prime.
Mr. Sicily Pizza and Pasta is proud to sponsor community programming on Shaw TV. Mr. Sicily, located at the corner of 51st and Miller in the north end of Saskatoon. 975-0345.
Memories we cherish, moments captured in time.
This is Matthew Halton of the CBC.
Hello, Canada and hockey fans in the United States.
Oscar Peterson est un spécialiste de la musique populaire.
Le hockey des Canadiens.
So I heard they were taking on guys to the cannery next week, just when we leave.
Do you remember? How could we forget?
Strong winds that blow lonely. There was a time in this fair land when the railroad did not run.
À ta santé, Cécile.
Hello, Paul Russ.
Our mom got us seized to keep us from biting our toenails, eh?
Mr. Lebec, have you become a citizen? No.
Canada's recorded treasures. Help keep them alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, Folk Thief and My Boy Rascal.
Right on into the setting sun. Chase the day into the night, 2 outlaws on the run. Home never seems so far away. The road less traveled has a toll that every traveler's gotta pay. Well, too far along to turn back now. And onward is the only way to beat them shadows anyhow. Well, right on until the break of day. A day, a month, a year, until the time no matter anyway. Well, I found a road I gotta travel, and I don't know where it goes, and I don't know when I'll be coming home. So leave a candle in the window. making new friends with every day. And every smiling face a shining light along the way. Can't settle down, can't stay for long. Wake up in the morning to another town, another song. Well, I found a road I gotta travel, and I don't know where it goes. And I don't know when I'll be coming home, so leave a candle in the window.
Time comes and then it goes. You paint a picture in the sky, let it fall below. No matter how far, no matter how you grow, still a ways to go.
I found a road I gotta travel, and I don't know where it goes. And I don't know when I'll be coming home, so leave a candle in the window. I found a road I gotta travel, and I don't know where it goes. And I don't know when I'll be coming home, so leave a candle in the window. Leave a candle in the window. Leave a candle in the window.
Watching Strip Down, we're wrapping up with Folk Thief and My Boy Rascal, all the way from Vancouver. We're burning through time, so let's do a quick wrap. 4 more shows on this 2-month tour, and then you're back home in Vancouver, correct? 4 more shows?
Actually, 3 more now.
Yeah, I guess.
You're number 4.
Nice. What's one thing you're going to miss and one thing you're going to be happy about that you're not on tour anymore 3 shows from now? Either or can jump in first. After a 2-month tour, there's got to be something you're like so happy to be done with.
A consistently good bed will be nice to have.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
And not having to eat beans out of the can.
Yeah, I don't think I can eat beans for a while.
That was a staple?
That was a staple.
Really?
Beans out of the can.
Actually,
any particular reason?
Cheap.
Cheap?
They're $1.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're pretty good, but not to everyone. We were in Thunder Bay, and this woman on the street asked us for some change for some food. We said, well, we don't really have any change. We're just about to play a show to get some gas money, but we can give you some of our food, some of our beans. And
she said no.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Declined.
So,
Declined.
well,
Yeah.
That sounds like a future song.
It's not a lifestyle for everybody, I guess.
Fair enough. Websites for both of you, real quick. Folk Thief and My Boy Rascal. Here are the discs. How can people get their hands on these if they can't come and catch you in the next 3 shows you're putting on?
Type Folk Thief into iTunes or go to folkthief.com.
And about the same for me, except My Boy Rascal into iTunes and myboyrascal.com.
Nice. Yeah. Well, that's it. We're pretty much done. You guys have fun tonight?
Yes.
Yeah,
this afternoon,
Thanks for
I guess.
having
Again,
us.
I just
Yeah.
automatically say tonight, but we're doing a
No, I
rare
know
taping.
it's weird because we're going to go outside and it's going to be light out.
It's weird for the rest of it. It's weird for me to look around and not see the regular crew. Again, big shout out to Shaw's own Brian Kravats, Eric Steiner, and Matthew Prefontaine, as well as Dean Pozlowski, who's switching up a storm there in the control room, who stuck around this afternoon and helped out on a show they don't usually help out. So thanks a lot, you guys, for being team players and making this happen with the touring 2 solo acts. I always want to call you a duo. It was a struggle for me too. I don't think we've ever done a show with 2 solo acts. It's always a duo.
Right.
And you know, you've got the as an interviewer, you've got that arc of questions, and it was just kind of like ping pong balling. But I enjoyed it. Maybe this is the feature of the show. If it gets that popular, we have to start having 2 or 3 people on.
I think this is the future of touring for solo acts. You know, it made it possible. I think that's what I'm gonna. I'll miss Colby.
Yep.
I'll call him in a couple of months.
Yeah.
You probably want to change your answer now too, aren't you?
I think it's cool that we managed to be on the road for 2 months and actually are still friends.
Yeah,
so.
I thought I might have to sit in between you when I heard that. But no, things are good. All right, we got to wrap things up. Big thanks to our sponsors, Ultimo Euromota, Mr. Sicily, and Long McQuaid. For all things Strip Down, go to the old Facebook and put in Strip Down. You see the dancing girl. Make sure you like us, which is something you guys both have to do as soon as you leave, because there'll be pictures from tonight's episode or this afternoon's episode, and you'll be like, who are those guys that made up the crew? They don't look like anything of the last 400, 500 pictures on this crazy website. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Good luck on the last 3 stops before
Thanks
you
for
make it
having
back
us
home.
here.
For the last
Yeah,
time
thank
tonight,
you.
My Boy Rascal and Folk Thief. Take it away, you guys. Thanks. This is the Screaming Song, right? Screaming
This song's
Song?
called The Devil Behind Me.
All right.
Well, let me tell you a story about a man I know. He burned his eyes staring into the sun, and I know 'cause he told me so. And when I asked him why, he just looked at me kinda strange. He said, I don't wanna see my maker when it comes to Judgment Day. And he said, every time I turn around, I see the devil keep trying to pull me down. Well, let me tell you a story about a girl I know. She spent her life looking in the mirror till her hair turned as white as snow. And when I asked her why, she just looked at me kinda strange. She said, I see him staring over my shoulder. He's gonna haunt me till my dying day. Yeah. Well, she said, every time I turn around, I see the devil keep trying to pull me down. Every time I turn around, I see the devil keep trying to pull me down. Tell you a story about a man we couldn't see. He put a shotgun in his mouth, pulled the trigger, and invited all the world to see the mess he made of his life. He didn't know what else to do. He said the needle won't bring you no comfort when the devil comes calling for you. And he said, every time turn around, I see the devil keep trying to pull me down. Every time I turn